Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the last lecture of lymphoma. The topic of lymphoma is very difficult, but I have tried to make the lectures as simple as I could. Today we are going to discuss Hodgkin lymphoma. Mostly in this part, you are asked about the morphology of lymphoma, what is Reed-Sternberg cell, variants of Hodgkin lymphoma, and regarding other types of lymphoma, you are given a question in multiple choice questions. What is Hodgkin lymphoma? It is a type of malignant lymphoma in which the RS cells are present in characteristic background of reactive inflammatory cells of various types, accompanied by fibrosis of variable degree. Now, what is a Reed-Sternberg cell? RS cell is a common feature of all Hodgkin lymphomas. It is a large cell more than 45 micrometer in diameter with the classic binucleate or bilobed central nucleus, each with a large acidophilic central nucleoli surrounded by clear halo, owl's eye appearance. This is the appearance of Hodgkin RS cell in Hodgkin lymphoma, and it resembles owl's eye, mirror image nuclei. Its variants are mononuclear, also called Hodgkin cell, mummified cell, lacunar cell, and lymphohistiocytic cell. Requirement of RS cell for initial diagnosis is absolute, less strict for LPHL or recurrent disease. Classic RS cell are positive for CD15, 30, and 25, and they are negative for CD45, PAN B, S100, keratin, and EMA. The current studies indicate that the RS cells are lymphocytic and they are of B cell origin. The malignant cells are the RS cells, and the background cells are just the reactive cells. This is the morphology of Reed-Sternberg cell. You can appreciate the owl eye appearance. Some of the variants are mononuclear variant, lacunar variant, and lymphohistiocytic variant. Mononuclear cell variant, it has a round nucleus with eosinophilic inclusion. It is seen in many subtypes of CHL. In nodular sclerosis, you will see lacunar cell. Mummified cells are not diagnostic for Hodgkin lymphoma, but they are seen. Hodgkin lymphoma is divided into classic type and nodular lymphocyte predominant type. It is called NLPHL, and the category of classic Hodgkin lymphoma includes nodular sclerosis, lymphocyte rich classic Hodgkin lymphoma, mixed cellularity, and lymphocyte depleted. The Lukes-Butler classification of Hodgkin lymphoma described the criteria for four familiar subtypes of Hodgkin lymphoma: lymphocyte predominant, nodular sclerosing, mixed cellularity, and lymphocyte depleted. The real classification separated nodular lymphocyte predominant subtype from the classic HL based on immunophenotypic and genotypic differences. And this classification was carried forward to 2001 WHO classification and 2008 WHO classification. Now, epidemiology: Hodgkin lymphoma has a slight male predominance, rare in children younger than 10 years, and please remember it has bimodal age distribution, 25 to 30 years and more than 55 years. The RS cell was named after Dorothy Reed and Carl Sternberg, who first described the malignant cell of Hodgkin lymphoma called Reed-Sternberg cell. And HL was the first cancer which could be successfully treated by radiation therapy and also by combination chemotherapy. Risk factors: several risk factors have been implicated, including Epstein-Barr virus, HIV. Other factors include woodworking, farming, and rare familial aggregations. First degree relatives have 5-fold increase in risk for Hodgkin lymphoma. A prolonged use of human growth hormone is also a risk factor. Men are more affected as compared to the women. It most commonly arises in a single node or chain of nodes and spreads first to contiguous lymph nodes. Visceral involvement may be secondary to extension from the adjacent lymph nodes, and blood spread occurs to the liver or multiple bony sites. Mechanism of involvement of spleen is unclear. Now, what are the major differences between Hodgkin and non-Hodgkin lymphoma? You can be asked about this in short essay question. Hodgkin lymphoma involvement is localized, single group of nodes, and spread is contiguous. Stage is the strongest predictor of prognosis. Many patients have relatively good prognosis. While NHL, multiple lymph nodes are involved, extranodal involvement is common and non-contiguous spread. It is HL is characterized by RS cell, while they are not specific for NHL. Hodgkin lymphoma has bimodal age distribution, young adulthood, and more than 55 year. More common in men except for the nodular sclerosing type. And NHL can occur in children as well. HL is associated with EBV, and NHL may be associated with HIV and other autoimmune diseases. Constitutional B signs and symptoms, low-grade fever, night sweats, and weight loss are present. But NHL may present with the constitutional signs and symptoms. The clinical features with which the patient presents is asymptomatic lymphadenopathy, especially in the neck. Cervical lymph nodes are involved in 80% of the cases, while the mediastinal involvement is seen in 50% of the cases. And the patients present with chest pain, cough, and dyspnea. Infradiaphragmatic involvement is seen in 5% of the cases and in older patients. There are several other symptoms. B symptoms include fever more than 38 degree, drenching night sweats, and weight loss. The fever is characteristic and it is called Pell-Epstein fever. Fever may first present as fever of unknown origin, persists for days to week, followed by afebrile intervals and then recurrence. This is called Pell-Epstein fever. Now, possible model of pathogenesis is the germinal center B cells are acted upon by some transforming agent like EBV, and they are transformed into RS cells. The RS cells then produce cytokines which recruit the inflammatory cells, as well as they produce loss of apoptosis. The cytokines which are produced are interleukin 5, 10, 13, transforming growth factor beta, and chemokines. They are secreted by RS cells, which lead to accumulation of reactive cells. Then the reactive cells produce factors which support the growth and survival of tumor cells and modify the reactive cell response. The reactive cells, they form the basis for classification into various categories. Lymphocyte predominant Hodgkin lymphoma, also called LPHL. It differs from the classic type by certain factors, in that it is mostly nodular, at least in part, while CHL is diffuse and can be nodular. In NLPHL, the type of RS cell which is present is lymphohistiocytic or popcorn cell, while in the classic form, RS mononuclear or lacunar cells are present. The background cells in NLPHL are lymphocytes and histiocytes, while in classic type are lymphocytes, histiocytes, EOs, as well as plasma cells. Fibrosis is rare in NLPHL. The CD15 is negative, CD30 is negative, CD20 is positive, and CD45 is positive. This makes the major difference from the classic Hodgkin lymphoma, in which CD15 positive, CD30 is positive, CD20 can be positive or negative, but CD45 is negative. In NLPHL, epithelial membrane antigen is also positive, BCL6 is positive, EBV is negative, while in classic it is positive. Lymphocyte predominant type makes less than 5% of HL. Involves cervical, axillary or mediastinal lymph nodes. The type of RS cell is known as lymphohistiocytic or popcorn cell. It is negative for CD15 and 30. I have already told you. The popcorn cell has large multi-lobed folded nucleus and is surrounded by small lymphocytes. And LH cells are of B cell lineage and they express pan B cell markers. It is divided into two histopathologic subtypes, lymphocytic and histiocytic nodular, and L and H diffuse. The WHO classification recognizes only the nodular type and requires at least a partially nodular growth pattern for diagnosis. Small lymphocytes predominate in the reactive component in both the types and are intermixed with varying number of histiocytes. EOs, neutros and diagnostic or classic RH cells are rare. L and H variant of RS cells are conspicuous with folded multi-lobed nucleus and smaller nuclei. This variant is called popcorn nuclei. And the nodules in lymphocyte predominant Hodgkin lymphoma are composed of round lymphocytes with varying number of epithelioid histiocytes, which give them mottled appearance. Mature appearing lymphocytes are present in the background and you can appreciate the popcorn cells. And here this is the gross picture of the lymph node and you can appreciate the residual normal node is present at the periphery. Now, classic Hodgkin lymphoma, nodular sclerosis. It is the most common type of classic Hodgkin lymphoma. Seen in 70% of the cases, lacunar cells are present. The cells are 15 and 30 positive but EBV negative. It is the only subtype without a male predominance. Seen in younger patients with stage 1 to 2 disease. The criteria for nodular sclerosis are prominent nodularity, presence of lacunar RS cell, and bifringent broad collagen bands. Nodal architecture is obliterated by large nodules of tumor, partly or totally encircled by dense connective tissue bands that are bifringent when viewed under polarized light. This is the low power of the lymph node, and here you can appreciate there are broad bands of collagen which are separating the tumor cells into nodules. This is the lacunar variant. The cells are large, multi-lobated, and they have irregular nuclei. The cytoplasm retracts when fixed informally, therefore it gives an appearance of lacunae in the cytoplasm. And this retraction is absent in tissues which are fixed in Zenker and V5. Here you can appreciate the RS cells are showing reactivity with CD15 in A, and they are showing negative result for CD45. Mixed cellularity, it makes 20% of classic Hodgkin lymphoma, more than 50% present as stage 3 or 4 disease. It has biphasic incidence, peak in young adults and again in adults older than 55. CD15, 30 and EBV positive presents in advanced stages, and it has a tendency to involve the spleen and bone marrow. In mixed cellularity, you will find all type of reactive cells in the background, and diagnostic RS cells are found without any difficulty. The reactive cells can be lymphocytes, histiocytes, plasma cells, and eosinophils. Lymphocyte depleted. It constitutes less than 5% of the classic Hodgkin lymphoma, and it has the worst prognosis of all subtypes. Older males are affected and rare in children. And the patient presents with the febrile illness. There is pancytopenia, hepatomegaly, and no peripheral lymphadenopathy. Presents in advanced stage. There is collapse of the cell mediated immunity. The T cells, whenever the T cells are present, the prognosis is better. RS cells are 15, 30 positive, and most are EBV positive. Two subtypes of lymphocyte depleted are recognized. However, the WHO does not subdivide it. The morphologic appearance is varied, but unifying feature is predominance of RS cells compared with the depletion of background lymphocytes. When there is diffuse fibrosis in the background, the background is hypocellular and contains connective tissue admixed with PSA positive fibrinoid material that is not bifringent. Nodal architecture is completely obliterated as there is fibrosis. RS cells are rare and they are difficult to identify. In this type of diffuse fibrosis, multiple sections may be required to find the RS cells. In the other type, the reactive component is less and the RS cells can be easily found with bizarre cytological features. And the sheet-like growth of bizarre RS cells is responsible for the older term which was used, Hodgkin's sarcoma. Lymphocyte rich. It is the uncommon type, 15, 30 and EBV positive. Males are more affected and reactive lymphocytes make up the vast majority of the cellular infiltrate. The lymph node is diffusely effaced, vaguely nodular due to the presence of residual B follicles. It has a very good to excellent prognosis. On morphology, you will see frequent mononuclear and diagnostic RS cells, and background is rich in lymphocytes. Spread. How the spread of Hodgkin lymphoma occurs. A well-behaved spread of the disease through contiguous lymph nodes is seen. Less than 5% show non-contiguous spread. May have direct extension in the perinodal tissue, and 85% of stage 1 to 2 disease are above diaphragm. And Orber staging system. You can be given a short question on this type of classification system. It is very easy to remember. If you follow this diagram, in stage 1 there is involvement of single lymph node region or single extra lymphatic site. There is single lymph node region or single extra lymphatic site. In stage 2 there is involvement of 2 or more lymph node regions on the same side of diaphragm. This is the diaphragm, and the involvement is on either on the above or lower side of diaphragm, but it is on the same side. May include localized extra lymphatic spread. In stage 3 there is involvement of lymph node regions on both sides of diaphragm and may include spleen. S stands for spleen, or it can be localized. And in stage 4 there is diffuse extra lymphatic disease. A indicates the absence of B symptoms, and B symptoms are fever, night sweats and weight loss. Prognosis depends on the clinical stage. Extranodal involvement is bad, especially if distant rather than by direct spread. Degree of splenic involvement more than or equal to 5 nodes indicate poor prognosis. Age more than 50 years, unfavorable prognosis. Black males have worse prognosis than the white females. On microscopy, LP and nodular sclerosis have the best prognosis. Mixed cellularity has intermediate prognosis, and lymphocyte depleted has the worst prognosis. On lab findings, if you find decreased hematocrit, elevated LDH, raised ESR and elevated CD30 levels, as well as of soluble CD25, all these indicate negative prognosis, and lack of expression of CD15 is a negative prognostic factor as well. This is the brief review, and thank you for listening.